Good morning. My name is Zach Robertson, and I am the volunteer leader of the Missions Outreach and Evangelism team here at Edgebrook Covenant Church. Last year, our church had the privilege to go on a merge trip through our denomination to visit and partner with a ministry in Monterrey, Mexico. It is my pleasure to provide this video as an update from Claudia, the director of that ministry. I am here with Claudia, live in Monterrey, Mexico. Claudia, could you introduce yourself to the church for those who may not know you?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Church of God in Chicago. I am very grateful to Zach and Desi to invite me for this tremendous opportunity to introduce us with your church. We are very happy because last year, Zach, Desi, Lori, and Kit came to Monterrey. I want to tell you that their presence was a great blessing for us and a motivation for our community, as well as your support in the youth camp. It was tremendous help. Thank you very much. And also I want to thank Zach because he has keep in touch with us and always praying for us. My name is Claudia Garza, and together with my husband and our 3 children from 22, 17, and 14, we have dedicated our lives to the service of God and our community in Monterrey. I am the executive director of Fundefam, a Christian nonprofit organization founded 20 years ago by missionaries from the Evangelical Covenant Church. Fundefam, we working with vulnerable communities in Monterrey, Mexico. The focus of the work of Fundefam is the transformation of these communities so that they can live fully according to God's purpose and empower them so that they can transform their environment. Our ministry is holistic.
Cool. Thank you. And I guess for me, being able to visit last year, I'm curious, how has COVID-19, how has this pandemic affected you all in Fundefam, in your community? What's going on?
Yes. This pandemic has impacted a lot in our community and in our ministry. At Fundefam, we have had to suspend all our face-to-face activities, workshops, and classes. All the communities for children, youth, and women of the community have been suspended. And actually, we are doing some efforts to continue in touch with the community through some videos, telephone calls, and other ways to keep in touch with them. And for the community, the impact has been huge, enormous. The health crisis had impacted not only in the health, but also has brought an economic crisis and food crisis. So we are grateful with God because in this difficult time, He has provided through different people, companies, institutions to respond effectively to the needs of the community, especially to attend the food crisis. How this pandemic has impacted, because the community is a very low income community. The majority of the families, they work in an informally way, selling some products in the streets. So with the lockdown, they were unable to go out and to sell their products. So it was a very impact economic in the families. But also many of the families are workers in companies. They now are unemployed, and many women who works in the houses, cleaning the houses, they were employed also. And they don't have now income, and this have impacted not only to their, the education or their, but their, basic needs. So it has been a very crisis, but God has given us the opportunity to serve them in this way, that is responding to their basic needs in the way that they need in this time.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. And well, for Fundefam, also the economic impact has been great also. Many of the fundraising projects we have submitted before the pandemic have been put on hold. At the moment, we are surviving on some funds that we have had saved for the past year, while we waited for the economy to activate and more funds to come. Our biggest challenge is to continue paying the salaries of our employees, recognizing the value that they have for our organization and as servants of Christ. In addition, many of these families have decreased their income due to the employment of some of their members of their families. So the impact has been great, but we can tell you that God has been with us, and He has been providing not only for us, but to continue serving our community.
That's awesome to hear. I guess another question would be, how can we as Edgebrook Covenant Church, how can we support you in this time, support your ministry, prayer requests? How can we best support you?
Yes, thank you. First of all, praying for us. Praying that may God to open opportunities so that we can continue responding to the emerging needs of the community. Also pray that God will guide us on how we will continue development projects with the community, developing projects with the community. We have to train teachers and facilitators. We have to buy equipment, and we have to train also the community in the use of platforms and apps to offer workshops and class online. We want to continue serving the community in the way that we were serving them, but now in this new reality. And so we were not prepared to do it, but God has been faithful, and He has given us creativity to continue serving the community. Some of the most important topics in our service to the community is the prevention of violence. And we are aware that in this confinement, in this lockdown, the levels of violence, domestic violence, have increasing a lot. So we need to continue equipping the community to teach them the right way to solving the conflicts in the family. So also we have to continue giving the resources, such as class of flower art class, sewing class, English class, because this economic crisis will increase. It will continue increasing. So when we can give these resources to the community, we are empowered them, because they can develop some abilities, some skills to, to have a way to satisfy the economic needs through an economic project, like selling flowers, so we know that these resources that we are giving to the community are very important to respond to the increasing economic crisis in the future, in the next year or so on. So also pray for the community. Please pray for the community. May God have mercy on those who are getting sick, and comfort to those who are losing relatives. We have heard about many families that are suffering for the disease. And that may God provide the resources, such as medical care and medicine, but also may God provide for their basic needs. Pray for the protection of all the families that we serve. And another way to support or to help us, it's in financial way. For the first, for the project to the community, the project to give food and other basic needs. But also we need resources, funds to continue operating the programs of Fundefam. We are in a very strong economic crisis, but also we know that God is our provider, and He has been faithful always. In all the history of Fundefam, God always has been faithful. So we are also happy and very grateful the ways that God is, moving to provide for our resource and to respond to the needs of our community.
Amen. I know for me, it's a blessing and a pleasure. I'm on Facebook, and so I can see a lot of Fundefam's updates on Facebook, and it feels like every day there's something new. How is there another way to, I guess, get updates from you or stay in touch besides Facebook?
Yes, currently our website is not working, but we are on Facebook and Instagram social networks. You can looking for us at Fundefam as AC, Fundefam AC. There we are constantly publishing about the projects who are carrying out and about the needs of the community. You can also write me. You can also, if you wish to have more information or receive a newsletter, we will do the effort to translate our, our communications in order that you can be informed of our communities and ministry.
Well, thank you for your time, Claudia. I know for me, it was very special to come down last year and meet you and your family and see everything that Fundefam does for your community. So I appreciate you taking the time to have this call with us.
No, thank you, Zach. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, all the church, for continue praying for us. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you the ministry of Fundefam. And we will also praying for you all, for all the challenges in this new reality that we are living on. So in the Fundefam staff send you a greeting. And well, they will be very happy when I tell them this of this interview. So please greetings to us, to your family, and greetings to all the church.
Yes, thank you. You'll be in our prayer, Claudia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.